Welcome to Enjoy Nature, where I bring you along on my adventures and share the sights with you in the hopes that it will inspire you to also get out there and enjoy nature. It's been really nice to come out here. Good to come out, spend some time with nature. Right now, everything is just waking up. The first leaves are just coming out. It's one of my favorite times of year. I actually love it when it's overcast like it was the last couple days, because the light is filtered and it just makes that light green just pop. It's really beautiful. And I believe today is Earth Day, so I thought I should probably record something now that I have the means to spread my thoughts and my ideas. Maybe I should record something for Earth Day, just a little Earth Day message. And it's the importance of Earth Day, the importance of the earth and of nature. And when I say the earth, I don't mean the physical being, but more so, I mean I do, but more so the life, that tiny, tiny, thin little layer. Just this crust of life in this tiny, thin atmosphere compared to all the rest of Earth. All that rest of Earth is going to be fine. Over millions of years, she'll wipe away any trace of our existence. Or almost any. But the importance of Earth Day is it's important to understand our relationship and our place within that tiny sliver of life. Because that's what's in jeopardy. Life is in jeopardy. The nature of life. How it looks on this planet. How it will look for our children and grandchildren, for future generations. When they come out to this park in 100 years, what will they see? It's not too different from what it was 100 years ago. There's obviously been some big shifts in the species, but the weather isn't that much different. The growing season isn't that much different. We can see the changes that have happened already. But in 100 years, it's not going to look anything like this unless we do something about it. And I think, for me, Earth Day is part celebration, but part call to awareness, call to awakening, a call to pause for a second and be aware of what we've done. We've seen crazy weather. We're seeing monsoons hitting Saudi Arabia, not one but two in a season. That's what set off all the locusts. And just crazy hurricanes. And it's not so much that they're happening, but they'll grow in intensity really quickly because the air is so warm and the water is so warm. You put more heat into a system, into a chaos system. You put heat into a chaos system, more energy, you're going to get more chaos out of that system. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the breakdown of the jet stream. I mean, this year was La Nina year. It's supposed to be a pretty decent winter, tending towards the colder side. And it was a super mild winter. Most of it was fall and spring weather. We had about 2 weeks where it got really cold, but not unseasonably cold. It just finally got to average for a little bit. And then we went from -20 to 74 within 3 weeks. storms, they come down and they just will spin and get stuck in a place because there's not energy to move it out. We're seeing droughts and famines. I mean, way back to what happened in Syria. It's the slow unfolding of climate change, and we're seeing its impact on politics and on stability, the stability of society. The important thing to remember is that we need an intact society in order to do something about climate change. The reason those locusts got out of control and were able to spread the way that they did is because there was a war going on where they hatched. And usually the government there has a monitoring program and a treatment program. And not that I agree with this technique, but they go in and spray the locust and keep it down. So that's an early example of, without an intact system, climate change is going to be a lot worse. In the future, the impact is going to not only increase, it's going to accelerate. And that's going to really speed up the need for adaptation and put even more stress on the governments of the world and on the societies of the world. So we need to, I guess my message on this Earth Day then would be that we really need to wake up. And I'm sorry for scaring people and sharing a lot of negative information, but we really do need to wake up, because this is all precious. All that we have, all this precious earth, this precious nature, we really need to preserve that. If nothing else, it's a moral imperative that it's on us. If that's anything, that's what karma is. Like, we're responsible for what we collectively pass on. And this gets bigger than personal responsibility, because I can make all the right decisions I want. But if the system doesn't change, if we don't have big change and some pretty new, big radical ideas, we're not going to get there. And so ultimately, it's not all doom and gloom. There is hope. There is a way. There is a way to not only prevent what's going to happen, but make the world a lot better through deep adaptation and a deep willingness, which will grow over time, naturally. People will wake up, people will see. For a long time I thought just we were totally screwed, and that was the only ending there was. But I see now a path of hope, and just spreading it can cause it to grow. So I have more hope now than I have ever had in the entirety of my life, that we could actually do something really, really good for this world, and not only deal with climate change, but most of the other injustices in the world. There's a way, and it's going to be great. So happy Earth Day, everybody. Have a good one. So this year for Earth Day, get out there and hug a tree. Pick up some trash. And get out there and enjoy nature. Thank you for joining me for this journey today. It is a joy to share my love of nature with you. I hope it has inspired you. to, in whatever way you can, big or small, get out there and enjoy nature.